Hello there YouTube, it's Vlad from Mining for Games here, and today I'm going to be showing you my API called Zure for GameMaker 8.1. If you've been following me, I've started work on Zure on the 1st of the 1st, 2012, and I've been posting little things here and there about what it is and my progress on it. I've finally got it to a stage that I'm happy to release it as alpha. If you want to try out Zure or you want to learn more about it, just go to www.miningforgames.co.uk and you can read the stuff on here. But basically what it is a Steam or Xbox Live kind of thing, with friends and with cloud data storage and updates and all that kind of stuff, all in one place and all free to use and all pretty simple to use if you ask me. So yeah, it's free to register. You don't need any complicated things, just a username and password. You don't even need an email, there's no address, no phone number. I'm not going to follow you like that. You just sign up with a username and password and then log in just like that. And it's as simple as that. From your logged in page you can manage your games, go to the forums, or just look at your friends lists. In my friends I've already got one, which is Zure, which is another account. And I'm going to show you what friends can do in just a second. First though, we're going to download Zure and I'm going to walk you through the demo. So if you click here on the download now, we'll come to this page where we've got these two files or two links here. We're going to just save them both in the folder that I've got open here, which is Zure example. So they're both going to save as zip archives, which is fine because we'll extract them in a second. So I've got these both saved here. I'm going to extract the demo to demo and the data to data. Now we can delete the zips, we don't need those anymore. Delete those. Oops. There we go. So we're going to be working in these two files here. I think we're going to work first in the demo, and maybe in another video I'll work with the data. But in the demo we've just got this demo file and the DLL. This needs to go with your game when you release it, because this is where all the functions for Zure are held, and if you know a little bit about DLLs, that's basically all you need to know. But okay, so when we open the demo.gm81, it opens just like any other GameMaker file, and it's pretty much exactly the same, apart from we've got some scripts for Zure. You can ignore most of these for now, but that's basically everything you can do in Zure is all in there. So we're just going to launch up the game and I'll walk you through what's going on. So when we click launch, we just get this red screen and it says connected to Zure. Now if you open the obj Zure example, in the enter, and key press enter, you'll see this script with lots of different things inside here. If you press enter in the game, you'll be asked for an action number. Now these are all the action numbers, and you can just type in any number and it will give you whatever's here. So if we wanted to find out about Zure, which is the Zure info shown in a message, we just type in 0 and press OK, and that will tell us that we're running 0.02. Oh, yeah, 0.02, which is the alpha release of Zure. When that changes, when I release it as beta and finally as a proper release, you're going to need to update the client, and it will tell you that you are outdated and it does need an update. So yeah, that's just what that is, but that shouldn't be any time too soon. So that's the first function there. Next one you see is login. Now before we log in, you're going to need an account, which we've already got on the website, and the account you get on the website or in any other game are interchangeable with the one you get for the API. So you can also register here, and that will also work in the website and on the forums. So we're just going to log into our account of YouTube. The username is YouTube and the password is YouTube. Okay, so when we logged in, it says you've logged in as YouTube, and it comes in here as signed in. Now, what I was saying about friends earlier, if we come back to friends, you'll see we have my friends, Zure. If some other person on a different computer was to also play any Zure game, and they were to log in, and they were on your friends list, as Zure is, you'll see that on my game it says Zure is online. He is playing demo, because that's what this game is called. So I'm just told that my friend is come online and I might want to talk to him because he is playing a game on Zure. So that's a useful little thing that I decided to implement there. The next thing, we're just going to run through all of these just nice and quickly. The register, which we won't really go through because we're logged in and it won't let me register. Checking for updates. Now if I log out of here and log into my Zure account quickly, I'm just going to show you what the updates mean. Okay, so in our game management screen, I'll explain this all next video, but in our game management screen we can modify the version of our game. Now, demo is version 1.2. However, this GameMaker file is only expecting it to be version 1.0. So when we run, it's going to check with the server, see what version it should be, and see which version it is. And if the version that it is too low, then it's going to say that there's an update available, which it should do, because we're only running version 1.0. So when I run that now, which is 3, it says this game needs to be updated, because here we've got 1.2, and on here we've only got 1.0. So this game needs to be updated, and we can easily update it just by putting in 4, but I'm not going to do that because it takes a little bit of time to download the file. Okay, so the next thing is the cloud. What the cloud is basically, if you imagine every time a user, first time they launch your game and they log into Zure, they will get 1,000 digits of cloud data for your game. And that will be unique for every user in every game they play. They get 1,000 digits of cloud. What that means is when we save our cloud, we are just saving this data. When we load it from the server. And when we get and set, we are editing it. So I'll explain that a little bit more now. So, we've just launched the game. We haven't loaded any data from the cloud, so it's going to expect us to have 00000. And it's the first time we've played this game, so sure enough, we do have 000 in the cloud. If we wanted to adjust that, say if we were saving the game, we can use function 8 there, so we just go 8, the starting position for our editing. 0 is here, 1 is here, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, etc. We're just going to start at position 0, and we're going to put in the data of hello there, this is cloud saved. Okay, press OK. Now that's not going to say anything, but it saved it to the cloud. So now this is probably going to say somewhere in here, I don't know, hello there, and etc, etc, and all the data that we've just put in. Now if we were to get that data, we can just do that by pressing 7, starting at position 0, and how many characters do we want to read? It's always good to read more than you think you need, because it always turns out that you actually make a lot more than that. So if we just read the first 70, say, then we've got hello there, this is cloud saved, and then the rest of the zeros, which is what we expected. And we can and this is all local so far, because we've got these 1,000 bytes of 0, and this hello there, this is cloud saved, but this is all saved locally. If we were to close the game, this would be lost. So we have to sync it to the server by running this command here. We do that just by pressing 5, and there we go, cloud saved. So now that's saved on the server, and if we were to relaunch the game and load it back up, load the cloud back up, that is, oops, forgot to get rid of this, and load the cloud back up, then it should have exactly the same data in there. So we'll log into the same account as we did a second ago. I think we logged in as Zure, right? We'll find out in a second. Okay, so if we were to get the data now, it should say 000 because we haven't loaded it yet. So we're just going to do 7070. Yeah, it's loaded us lots and lots of zeros. So now if we were to load the data and then get it once again, it should get us the new one. So we load it with 6, load it, and then we get it with 7. From 0, and we'll get the first 70. There we go, we've got hello. Now, I'm not sure why that hasn't... Oh, yes, I've logged in as the wrong account. It was the YouTube account. So that just goes to prove that it is account independent. Each account gets a different data. So if we log into the YouTube account now, it should have what we wrote just a second ago. So YouTube and YouTube. Oops. YouTube. Logged in as YouTube, load our data with 6, and read it with 7. So from 0, first 70, says, hello there, this is cloud saved, which is what we expected it to do. So that's cloud data, very cool stuff, and works nicely. And the final thing I'm going to show you is this number 9, which is the friends. So when you press 9, that's the format that it comes out as. I'll explain this what it is. It gets all your friends, and I'm in a different account here, or it's the same, but it basically gets your friend list and writes it here. So the format of this is it gets the name of the person, then a colon, then whether they're online, which in this case is 0 because Zure is offline, and then a line, and then the next person's name, a colon, whether they're online, etc, etc. Although if somebody is online, if we were to run this again and log in as Zure, then I'll show you that it does say something different. So if we log in as Zure and password's there, we go, logged in as Zure, it's come on as I'm online. Now if we press 9, here's our friend list. Oops, nope, we'll press 9 in this one. There we go, here's our friend list. It says YouTube is online because we've got the 1, and he's playing the game of demo. Separated also by a colon. And that will just list us all of our friends and all of the people who are playing what. So you can interpret that however you like. So yeah, that is the basic functionality of Zure and how it works. And of course, it is, I think it's pretty secure. All of it's all securely done. And I can close the server remotely just like this. Here we go. If I close the server like that, then we get a little warning saying the server has closed any second now. If we try and do something, there we go, disconnected from Zure, because I've just closed the server. But basically, yep, that's how it works. That's all the basic gist of it. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you'll use Zure for your projects and find use of all the things that I've spent so much time in. And please leave a comment in the forums in general discussion what you think of Zure and what you want me to add to it, any glitches you find, any problems, anything like that. I'd love to hear from you guys and what you think. So until next time, I'll see you guys later. So yeah, thanks for watching and goodbye.